Hi, my sweet friends, and welcome back to Crochet Every Day with Judy. Today, I'm doing a video on 10 non-yarny things about me. And if you like this kind of video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love to have you join my YouTube family. So I have the list of 10 non-yarny things about me. So I'll start first with, and these are not in chronological order, okay? The first one is I taught elementary school general music and choirs, children's choirs, for 16 years. And I also taught church choirs. I started directing children's church choir when our older son was 3, I believe, 3 or 5, maybe 5. And taught and directed those choirs clear up until he graduated from high school. Number 2, I directed my home church choir while I was still in college on vacations. And I actually taught my first Sunday school class to 3- and 4-year-olds when I was 16 years old. It's a double-edged sword. Have you ever had a 3- or a 4-year-old go home and tell their parents, well, she said, not necessarily the best thing. Let's see. Number 3, I once sang on a cruise ship. And it was just a one-time thing. When I was a senior in high school, our senior class trip was to Florida, and now this is from Missouri, was to Florida and the Bahamas. Our superintendent of our little school, I went to a small school where there was 1 through 12, all in the one school. Excuse me. And when I was a sophomore, our superintendent decided that he was going to retire 2 years later. And he always went on the senior class trips. And he decided that he wanted to go to the Bahamas. So we started making money early for the bus down there and our hotel accommodations and our trip on the cruise ship. So yeah, so we went to Nassau in the Bahamas. Got to fool around on the island for a whole day and buy souvenirs and things like that. And I ended up singing in their lounge. I don't even remember the song that I sang, but anyway. Number 4, I love to see and look at plants and growing things, but they're not safe around me. These thumbs, they're not green. They're more like black. Poor plants. They're really not safe around me. Number 5, I like to make beaded jewelry and kumihimo. And I didn't even bring it over here, but kumihimo is a Japanese braiding technique. And I like to use the little round disc, and you can make them, make kumihimo just the threads or the cords themselves. And you can make beautiful belts or sashes or ties for draperies and things like that. But I like to put bead on the cording and make beaded kumihimo projects. Sometime I'll show you a necklace and bracelet that I've made. Okay, number 6, I grew up using antique furniture that was given to me by both great-grandmothers, and I still have it. There's a brass bed. I started sleeping in that when I was, I think, in 4th grade, and slept in it clear up until about 10 years ago. And then there's also a secretary bookcase and a dresser with a beveled mirror. So it's really cool. Number 7, I love to take road trips with my husband in our A-frame pop-up camper. It's a cute little camper. And the nice thing is it's hard-sided, so you can camp in any kind of weather and still be cool or warm or whatever you need to be. But I love road trips. Number 8, I took ASL classes as an adult. ASL is American Sign Language, and I got a certificate. I finished the course and got a certificate, but I'm not fluent in it. I thought at one time about becoming an interpreter, an ASL interpreter, but decided against it. I actually have, both my sons have a learning disability. Things that they take in through their eyes, it's not easy to get out through their mouths. They were in school, they were allowed to take their tests orally or to get extra time for tests. They're both, well, the older one is an auditory learner, the younger one is more visual. But I think I have the same disability. I mean, where do kids get these disabilities but from their parents, right? What I think that what I take in, I can't always get out through my hands, or it's a little more difficult. Now, it's unusual that I can crochet, and I'm probably an intermediate crocheter, but I cannot play the piano for the life of me. And here I got my degree, my college degree in music education. But it's always been really hard for me to play the piano. So it was the same way with ASL. I had to spend a whole lot more time at it than, the younger kids who were in the classes with me. So, like I said, I'm not fluent in it, but I do love the language. It's a beautiful language, and I like to use it when I can. Number 9, in college, I made spending money by typing papers for other students. And now this was back in the mid to late 70s. So, yeah, we had IBMs back then. So, and a lot of people don't even know what those are. But they were the typewriters, precursors to computer keyboards. So it was kind of cool. I was a pretty fast typer. I could do about 120 words a minute back then, not anymore, but back then I could. So I made some pretty good money typing up papers for them. Number 10, I grew up on a farm in Missouri, and I have lived in New Mexico now for over 40 years. So those are the 10 non-yarny things about me. If you have any questions for me, if there's anything you'd like to know, ask me in the comment section below. And if I can, I will answer them truthfully. Yeah, those are the 10 yarny things, non-yarny things about me. And I'm supposed to tag people, but there are a lot of people who have done this already. I'm not going to tag anyone in particular, but if you're watching this and you would like to make a video about 10 non-yarny things about you, I tag you. If you are thinking about beginning to make videos and post them on a channel, I challenge you to use this perhaps as one of your first videos so that people can get to know you. So thank you so much for listening to my 10 non-yarny things, and let me know if you don't have a channel with videos, let me know some non-yarny things about you in the comments below. So until next time, remember that you are the light of the world. So please, when you are out around people, let your light shine, because you never know when someone else might need your light to get them through their darkness. Thank you so much for watching. I love all of you. Bye-bye.